Howdy, lieutenants and economists.
The most volatile, evil, disgusting things on the planet, humans. If you have a video request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com.
Yeah, I am gonna charge you, kids. And that is the importance of not fucking up.
You are such an asshole!
Hello, boys and girls. This is more for the boys, of course. Giving you some older brother advice. I cannot believe I heard this while at the coffee store. But the girl on the phone that you couldn't really not hear, it was pretty impossible not to. She was like, but you don't know, I'm not telling you. I'm like, no way. No way. That's still being used? That really? So, apparently it's still in circulation, and if you haven't figured out that that is BS, that is a sign of a typically girl that has a mental disease, let's delve into the world of if you don't know, I'm not telling you. So, alright, you are a young, dumb 20-something boy, maybe even a teenager. You are dating a girl who has mental disorder. It could be bipolar. It could be BPD. No, it is bipolar. It could be she got a messed up head. That's it. Typically really good looking. Probably comes from a wealthy suburbanite family. Or it's just got an attitude of a bunch of lip. And instead of being a mature adult woman, you have upset her in some minor violation of some minor fractional law. And she is pissed. She's very upset at you. And because it's so minor, because it's such a minor infraction, you're like, huh, what? You just get back and the girl's pissed off. You've done absolutely nothing, at least as far as you think. As far as your 20 years of life experience tells you, you're kind of like, oh, I don't think I did. Normally I know my brother was pissed off at me because I punched him. My sister was pissed off at me because I stole her car and crashed it. Somebody's pissed off at me because I know I did something wrong and I have no guilt. I just got caught, that's all. But at least you know what you did wrong. When it comes to these mentally insane and above all else arrogant and snooty and cocky bitches, that's the only way to describe them, you have done nothing obviously wrong. It is a trap. It is how they get off. This is, I don't know if that's bipolar or whatever, but this is how they get attention and get their feelings and their hearts aflutter. Is they feed off of drama and controlling you and making you dance. And so what they do is they lay little landmines around, little eggshells, and then you just come walking in there, it's a day for a daydream. And then she's like, what are you doing? Not that this ever happened to me before. You're like, nothing, what? What's wrong? And then there's maybe the silent treatment. Then there's maybe the pouting. That's usually that. Sometimes a girl is, what are you doing? That indicates you almost did something immediately wrong right there at that moment. But more often than not, it's just a silent treatment. You won't get a call. She'll be sitting there. Sometimes she'll breathe to indicate to you that she's pissed off because she doesn't have the adult maturity to say, I'm upset about something, I need to talk to you about it. And then you take the bait because you are a dumb, foolish 21-year-old boy. Is something wrong? No! And then you'll say in your mind, because again, well, in my 21 years of life, when people say there's nothing wrong, you say, oh, no, there's nothing wrong. But she said it in a way where the word said no, but the tone would indicate something else. Then you'll take the bait again. You say, are you sure? Yes! Looking out the window because you're driving, because even though her dad's completely rich, she's got her own new car, you have to use your old piece of crap jalopy and use your gas money that you actually worked for to take her on this wonderful date for overpriced coffee. And then you like start to wonder if you're insane. You think, and then you give one more time because the date's going to be, you're like, well, this is going to be weird. I don't really want to be on this date. And you just say, no, really, something wrong? And then she lays it down on you. If you don't know, I'm not telling. Now, if you're a young dumb boy, you will actually feel guilt, like, oh, I should have known. I did something horrendously wrong, and I'm such a bad boyfriend, or such an ignorant, unconscious loaf. I didn't even know what I did. And then you try and be the nice guy. What did I do? No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset. What did I? And then she'll go and start crying and explain to you in a Charles Dickens-like way, meaning he got paid by the word, so he just spews way more words to explain what your horrible sin was, what your horrible violation was, and then how it hurts her feeling, and Now, she will have such a great performance, and she'll be crying to convince you that it's very important to her, that you will forget that whatever your minor infraction was complete bullshit. It was minor. It was petty. It was like, how is that upsetting you? You'll be like, oh my God, this is really upsetting her. And then she's got you. Got you on several levels. One, now you're dancing to her tune. She's getting the attention from her. You're begging and pleading and trying to draw it out of her. Two, you're like completely walking on eggshells. Now, you have no idea what's going to set this crazy girl off. But she's really hot. She might be the first girl you've been able to bang. And so she's going to use her good looks to make you just be her bitch the entire time. And then you start to growl, oh my God, because now you're in this compromised position. You're now battling her, and that's what you're doing. You are battling this woman from a position of weakness. You are not falling in love. You are not a team. She is using you to get emotional energy and attention and drama queening out of you. And then and she'll never really cheat on you. She'll go chase some other guy. But you are simply, it's your turn. You are her plaything. You are her play toy. And for whatever sick, sadistic, mental reason, you'd say, well, that doesn't sound fun at all. Who wants to get upset and cry and play mind games like this? Mentally insane, good-looking women in America do. They love drama. This goes many, many years ago. There was a show called The 90210. And then there was the 90210. And then there was the Rose Place. These nighttime dramas. And all it was drama. You know who watched these shows? Women! They did that. And then somehow I think it got instilled into the brain. I'm just theorizing on this. It really ultimately doesn't matter, as I'll explain later. It got all into their brain. And they thought that that's what was fun. That's what they should seek in life. So then they reenacted in their own life this petty drama and bullshit and antics. And then you're caught in it like, I just want to get ice cream and maybe go make out in the park. Back in the days when things were simple. But that's not what she wants. That's what they want, this drama. They want this pain. They want this tug and pull. They want to see it on the big screen but reenacted in their own life. Whereas mentally sane, healthy young adult males just want to have sex and kind of want a nice girl around who's kind of cool and funny. That's basically all they want. So, if you have not ran into this before and you're a good guy, you still haven't had your heart kicked out of you yet, you still have some bit of morality left to you, you're going to think that there's nothing, you're going to try to figure out, you're going to come to the conclusion that I must have done something wrong, because people don't normally get upset about something that is seemingly that petty. I must not be interpreting these violations correctly. I must be putting too little weight on them. And so now you go through the mentally impossible, but in guaranteed to drive you insane task of double thinking yourself, rechecking yourself. Did I do something wrong? Always went, which is no way to be dating. No, not a relationship to be in with a girl, and certainly no way to be living life. Inevitably, you get to the point like, yeah, you know what, bitch, you're just insane. You're just a grade A bitch, and I don't want to have anything to do with you ever again. And you will dump her, and then she gets really pissed, because nobody puts baby in a corner. And that I have done with several girls. One got away with it for a while. Every guy's going to go through this. That's why I wanted to bring it up. But then any girl successively after that tried to do the, if you don't know, I'm not telling, I drove one girl right back, told her, you dropped right back in the house. See ya. Bye. One girl I left at a dance club, and I'm like, something wrong? No. I'm like, cool. All right. And I didn't even tell her where I was going. I just walked. And unfortunately, she saw me walk past the window, and then she raced me home. Yeah. If you call them on their bullshit, then they become nice for about 5 minutes. Then they go back to being a grade A bitch. But the larger point I'm trying to point out to you boys here is that if a girl says, if you don't know, I'm not telling you, that is the sign of an evil person, a mentally ill person. A lot of people will say, well, they're mentally ill, they're not evil. They are both. They are both. A controlling person and a manipulative person, and a person who is so bad and so evil, you don't even break up with her. You just go ghost. If you happen to live with this girl, you got some stuff over her place, if those words are ever uttered out of her mouth, you quietly and clandestinely go grab your stuff and you leave. And it's Sodom and Gomorrah. Don't look back or you're going to turn into a pillar of salt, all right? You get out and you have nothing to do with her. You block her number, and this is where the Oort cloud, where the comets of stalkers and psycho bunnies and tire slashers come in, all right? Just to let you know. So this is why maybe, you kind of get a webcam for your car in case, Miss Psycho Bunny stabs your car with a tire or whatever the hell. I had a gal and she stabbed it with something. You don't get 3 blown out tires with a car parked overnight for no reason. But yeah, this is just from the old captain. Take it from your older brother, okay? You don't deal with these people, and there's nothing wrong with you. That's another thing. Don't go through the hell and the torture that every other young man before you did. What did I do? Where you actually second guess yourself, right? The girl is mental, and I don't care how good looking they are, because it's only good looking girls that do this. I don't care how great the sex is. If a girl says that, it is not worth the pain and agony for you to go through there. You could pull it off. Where you know she's crazy, and you just use her for the sex. You can do that where you're not emotionally involved. If you don't know, I'm not telling you. Cool. Bye. And then they come back, and you can kind of use them for sex that way. But in general, it's just a good idea to get rid of these vile, toxic, inferior girls out of your life. Like that. So, just want to pass that on. Now, if you boys need any additional help, you like this wisdom, consider going to assholeconsulting.com, where I do all my consulting there for a price. I can help you out with your individual situation. You can read the book Bachelor Pad Economics. It's also written by me. You can find that on Amazon.com. That's basically the father you never had in a book. So if you needed additional advice, you just get that book there. You can tune into the Older Brother podcast. You can go to olderbrother.com, navigate around. It's probably just easier to go, just search the Clary podcast or the Older Brother podcast, and it's the same RSS feed. You can download the podcast there. And then what else? And then, yeah, we got the Older Brother YouTube channel, which you're on right now. So I think I covered all the bases there. So, all right, just want to help you boys out there. Make sure that you don't have to go through the unnecessary pain that millions of young men went through before you. All right, we'll catch you kids later. Toodles.